Welcome to Clock It, where your opinion is what wins you the game. Today we are back with some of our incredible contestants, some of our favorites who always kill it anytime they are in the building. She's our favorite fashionista. Help me welcome Devyni. Hey girl.
Hey girl,
How
what's
you
up?
doing?
I'm doing really good. Had a good weekend.
Okay, what'd you do?
I was the stylist for my daughter's Sweet 16 photo shoot, which was super fun. She looked beautiful. She had a great time, and it was just a little mommy moment. I had a good time.
Love to see it. And she is the one always telling us what is going on in these streets, in the world. Help me welcome Erika. Hey girl.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I had a good weekend. It
Okay.
was my little cousin's first birthday, so that was super exciting. Happy birthday, Lucian.
I love it.
It was so much fun. It was Blue's Clues themed, which was nice to see.
Oh man,
Love to see
throwback.
it. Okay, that is a throwback. I think kids don't even know about Blue's
It's like
Clues.
Bluey now.
Oh,
Right.
Bluey.
Yeah.
Bluey is the new.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
for us, it was Blue's Clues. Okay. And I loved Blue's Clues. All right, ladies, as you know, this game is just not about getting the answers correct. You have to know what you are talking about. And more importantly, you got to clock it. So give that big buzzer a hit. That's exactly, Erika, hit it one more time for me. That's exactly what you'll be doing anytime you want to clock in and give those answers. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this show on the road with our first question. Which comedian walked out of a podcast interview after being asked about Dame Dash? Devyni.
Kevin Hart.
Whose podcast was this and why did Kevin walk out now?
It was Cameron's podcast, and he already knew before things got started that it might be a little crazy. Cameron asked him, can he ask him one question?
Yeah.
Like, come on, one question, Kev, in passing. And he sat down and he got exactly what he thought he was going to get from Cameron.
100%. It was a setup and he fell for it. Let's take a look.
I was just talking to Kevin. He said, I know what's going on. I'm not walking in there. I just said this. I said, he said, I'm very aware of what you asked on the show, so I'm going to be mindful. I'm going to ask a real question on behalf of both of us.
Okay.
Your very first movie you did, I was actually in it. When you see Dame Dash today, what do you think?
I love the get up and walk. I'm saying
Okay.
nothing. I'm getting up. I'm walking away. I want no smoke. Now, Erika, shouldn't Kevin have known better than to sit down and be with, even though he was not going to answer one question because this was like the second or third. Should he have not known better?
Yeah, I feel like he knew too. Like he walked in there very hesitant. Like he's like, I know you're about to ask me some crazy stuff, but you know what? Let me give you the benefit of the doubt real quick. And of course, he asked him something crazy, and he's like, I gotta go.
Yeah, Devyni, because we're talking about Kevin. I just mixed y'all names together.
did.
Devyni, in your opinion, do you think Cam was trolling Kevin by asking something like this?
Absolutely. He's known to troll, so this is absolutely a trolling question. Like, Dame Dash, really? Okay. I'm with Kevin. Get up and go.
And I think they all know, too, at this point in the game, Dame Dash is definitely going to get clipped and it's going to circulate around on social media. And Kevin wants no parts because the career trajectory that he has,
Okay.
he's not even trying to do it. All right, Devyni, 100 points you have on the board. Erika, you're at 0. Many more opportunities you have with our next question. Let's get on with it. Which former First Lady is defending Angel Reese? Erika.
Michelle Obama. I blinked out for a second.
It's okay. You
Why
got it,
is
girl.
Michelle defending Angel?
Well, everybody's always coming at her
Yeah.
and being mean to her and bullying her. And basically, she can't say anything without them attacking her. So she's letting them know, like, she's letting her know, like, everything's okay. Like, you're doing you. I'm so proud of the way you handle yourself, the way you talk about yourself and defend yourself. And so she's just coming to her rescue.
Yeah, this had to be a moment she'll never forget. Let's take a look.
You are handling yourself beautifully.
Thank
I
you.
mean, it's not just what you do, but the way you carry yourself, girl. I
Thank
mean,
you.
it is really a joy to watch you manage it all. And you do it with a smile on your face, with an excellent attitude.
Thank you.
So I am just.
It's an honor coming from you, the queen, the queen.
Devyni, as you know, Michelle Obama is our forever First Lady. Do you think this is a moment that Angel Reese will never forget?
Never, ever. Never, ever. I'm sure she felt, so, like she said, like so much gratitude. She felt so special with that coming from Michelle Obama. Honey, I'm going to never forget it for her.
Yeah, no, 100%. Why do you think, Erika, that Angel Reese gets so much hate?
I think they like to pit her against Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
There's a lot of back and forth between them two. I thought like Angel Reese hated her, but I really think because they're pitting them against each other, it's like it's almost like you grow to hate the person for no reason.
Yeah.
And it's very frustrating because it's like, why are we putting two women against each other? We should be uplifting them both.
Yeah, I feel like this happens often with women, right? But especially when it's in some kind of sport.
Yeah.
Or especially if there's a black and a white one, then you definitely have to pit them against each other because of the
Yeah.
races specifically. So I think that she's handling this well. And I know to have a cosign like Michelle Obama behind you, that has to feel good. All right, Erika, 100 points you have on the board. Devyni, you are at 100. Let's break this tie by advancing on to our last question in round one. Teyana Taylor recreated whose iconic look for People magazine? Devyni.
Janet Jackson.
Now, how dope did Teyana look? And let's just talk about why she even created this iconic look.
Yes, so she loves Janet. Like, that's her icon. She's recreated a lot of her looks from the past. And so she took the opportunity now when she's being acknowledged for people's most beautiful people, I think, in the world type of situation, that article, she used that opportunity to pay homage to her icon, her idol.
I love this. Now, why is this moment so special to Teyana Taylor, Erika?
I think it's so special because, like she said, it's her idol. Like, she loves her. And she's also her friend, which is crazy because I feel like that doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like, people say, do not meet your idol because it's not going to end up well.
Yeah.
And she actually became friends with her but still keeping her on that pedestal because she's like, I still respect you so much.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just awesome. She's done the look. She's done Janet Jackson's looks 2 times before, I believe, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of something she does.
Yeah.
You know, some of our icons, and one specifically comes to mind, Mariah, does not care when people recreate things of hers or sing to her music. So this could have gone like either way, but how did Janet Jackson respond to this and how did she feel, Devyni?
She felt like she looked beautiful. She complimented her. She was acting like she liked Tiana's version better than her own, which is crazy. Your idol looking at you the same way that you look at them, it's kind of crazy. And now they're friends, like she said. So it's super cute. I love this for them.
Yeah, this is so dope, man. Imagine like always looking up to somebody. And then you guys are seemingly in the same industry. You know, Hollywood is, you know, mixing with a bunch of different people. And then you finally get the opportunity to meet said person and then you become friends and build a relationship. To your point, Erika, a lot of people say don't meet your idols because they do disappoint you. But this is a friendship and relationship that seems like there was no disappointment and they actually are locked in a way that's like, this is my girl.
Kind of crazy.
Love to see it. All right, guys. So that brings us to the end of round one of Clock It. Erika, 100 points you have on the board. Devyni, you are at 200, making it a 100-point difference between the two of you. We can get them points though, Erika. I want you to remember this next round, all right, is worth double. So points are going from 100 a question to 200 a question. So you can make a comeback, girl. Just want to remind you. Let's get it going. Round two, first question. Here we go. Who said he hasn't been invited back to the Met Gala since 2019? Devyni.
Billy Porter.
Where did Billy detail this information and what did he say?
So Billy was on Auntie Bev's podcast and she asked him, was he going to the Met this year? And he said, no, he actually has not been invited since 2019, as if there wasn't a reason, but that's what he said.
Yes, he definitely did say that. And if you want to see it in his voice himself, because I feel like nobody can do Billy Porter like Billy Porter can, let's take a listen.
The Met Gala. Are you going this year?
No, I'm not going. I have not been invited.
You have not been invited?
I haven't been invited back since 2019.
Oh, the camp year.
Uh-huh.
When you came in the gold Pegasus
That's
moment.
the only time I've ever gone and the only time I've ever been invited.
I wonder why, Billy. I wonder why. Now, Erika, is there a specific reason as to why Billy has not been invited back?
If I could just think of something off the top of my head, it might be because he called her a witch, but with the B. It's like you called Ann Winter that word. She's in charge of the whole thing.
Yeah.
And she doesn't forget things.
Have you not seen Devil Wears Prada? I'm just saying. That tells you everything you need to know. Yes, Anna Wintour is in charge of the Met Gala, right? She hand selects every single person that comes to this event. And she's very tapped in on the culture and what's going on. And Billie was upset that she chose to put Harry Styles on the cover of a magazine that was talking about queer people.
Yeah.
And so he called her out of her name and then is wondering why he is not getting invited back to the Met Gala and hasn't been invited back since 2019. I'm just saying, Billie, if you're going to tell the story, tell both sides of the story so the people know what's going on. Now, do you think that Billie will get invited back after this now viral clip?
Absolutely not. If she was mad before and she wasn't inviting you, you're bringing it back up, reigniting the feelings. You're kiss the Met Gala goodbye.
Yeah.
Just let it go. You're not coming back.
Because she probably could have forgot about it. But now that this is resurfaced, I'm sure her team has reminded her, and now you're not getting invited back for another 5 years, Billie. You just set yourself back another decade or so. Now, Erika, in your personal opinion, do you think that being invited to the Met Gala bothers him?
Oh, just a little bit.
Okay.
It's just, even in his voice, you could tell. He's like, no, I mean, I haven't been back since 2019. And then he's like, but don't worry, I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
Like, babe, who are you trying to convince?
Yeah.
Like, we know you're upset.
Yeah, I think not getting an invite, especially once you've already gotten an invite. Because it's one thing, like if I've never been, it's like, all right, no, another year of me not getting invited.
Yeah.
But you've been invited and then kind of disinvited at the same time. So it's a little weird. But hey, Billie, I'm hoping soon. Maybe you can get invited back. Don't look too promising for you. Erika, 100 points you have on the board. Devyni, you're at 400. Here is our final question in round 2. Which 2 artists were left out of the new Michael Jackson biopic? Erika.
Diana Ross and Janet Jackson.
Now, why was Diana left out?
So Diana Ross was left out because she actually did not want to be in the biopic at all, which is interesting because she did play a big role in his life.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of controversy with like what role that she played and what exactly happened between the two. I mean, you actually just told me this recently, like, and I didn't even think about it, but Dirty Diana is probably about her.
Yeah, alleged to be about her. And this is something I feel like Devyni, even growing up, like it was always said to be alluded that this song was about her. And so do you think her not wanting to be in this biopic kind of confirms what a lot of us already thought?
Absolutely, because it's like she doesn't want anyone to see that part of the story, because maybe it might be viewed in the way that we've been viewing it. There's like rumors and talks of her like grooming Michael, and you know, they had a big age gap, so that could be a problem, especially in this day and age. We are not forgiving these days, and we call things out, and so Miss Diana, she probably dodged a bullet with that one.
Yeah, so let me give y'all a little bit more tea. Right. Kat Graham actually was going to play Diana Ross.
Okay, yeah.
She filmed things that were supposed to be in the biopic, all of the 9. And Diana's team sent out what I'm assuming is like a cease and desist telling them like, hey, you have to remove everything about me. And so the editors and the filmmakers had to go back in and cut out all of that. Now, 2 things here. One, if I was Kat Graham, I would be highly upset that I wasted all this time learning roles, learning lines, all the different things, and then it got cut out. But then I guess if she got a check, it really doesn't matter. And then 2, it's like, Diana, what are you trying to hide? You are not beating these allegations currently, in my opinion.
I need the hackers to get online and release the tapes.
I'm sure it will be soon. Now, we talked about Diana, but why is Janet not in the biopic?
So Janet actually didn't want to be in it as well. She didn't have the best childhood. I think a lot of them didn't have the best childhood, and I think that's something they go over in the movie as well. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've heard it's very, very good.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to be in it, and she talked to her family, and she let them know that, and they said, you know what, that's fine. Like, we're not going to force you to be in something, even though she did play such a big role in his life.
Yeah, because that's so weird to me. Like, how do you tell a story about Michael's life and not include Janet Jackson? Like, there was one point where they were like neck and neck with the stardom. So that's very interesting. And I'm also wondering what else does Janet know along with Diana, because something is not adding up. But like most things, it'll come to light very soon, I'm sure. All right, Erika, 300 points you have on the board. Devyni, you're at 400, making it a 100-point difference between the 2 of you. And that is a wrap for round 2 of Clock It. How are we feeling, Devyni? Good?
Feeling good, yeah.
You think you got this in the bag?
I think so.
Erika, what about you? How's it? Oh, Erika feels a little slighted over there. How we feeling, Erika?
I mean, I'm only down by 100, so I feel like I can come back.
Period. It is nothing to come back with just 100 on the board. All right, is it time to now hop into round 3?
Let's see.
It is. All right. So we're going to take things up a notch here by entering into our next 2 rounds where we give the contestants the opportunity to answer 5 questions worth 80 points each for their chance to rack up 400 points. If the contestant answers correctly, they receive the points. But if the contestant answers incorrectly, they do not receive any points for that question. Now, Devyni, I know you had a great weekend, and because we were just talking about Michael Jackson, did you happen to see the movie?
I didn't, but I did take my daughter to see it with her friends. I didn't go, but they enjoyed it.
Give us the 411. What did she say? What's her critique? We need her Rotten Tomatoes review.
Okay, so she actually really loved it. Now, she has not seen any of the other Michael Jackson biopics or even like the Jackson 5, which I feel ashamed as a mom. Especially a Black mom. Yeah, judge me. So we will be watching that, but she loved it. And I didn't know that it was kind of like what is the word?
Chronologically
taking us through his life, and it stopped at a certain point. So when she told me that, I was like, oh, okay, there's more. So I'm excited for that. So I'm gonna see the first one, and then hopefully we can see the rest of as they come out. So
yeah, because there's rumored to be a part 2 and possibly even a part 3. So
yeah.
This is gonna get a little interesting here. All right, so Devyni, we know you scroll on the gram a lot, so I'm gonna throw you a quick one here. Whose recent tour generated millions of dollars?
Cardi B.
Yes, it did. Let's see how much you know. What was the name of Cardi B's tour?
Little Miss Drama tour.
Correct. How much revenue did the tour generate?
Over 70 million.
Yes, that is a lot of money. How many shows were sold out on the tour?
35 sold out shows.
I see you, Cardi. How many tickets were sold across the tour?
Over 435,000 tickets.
Insane. What chart position did the album debut at?
Number 1.
You are correct, girl. Got all those questions right. Racking up an extra 400 points, putting you at 800 in total. Now let's unpack this.
Yes.
On a scale of success, how successful was the Cardi B tour?
Oh, so successful. She's on 1,000 after this. Not only did she sell out so many shows, 35 sold out shows is crazy. And this is her first tour, which is insane. And then I love that she brought out so many like guests. It was like a star-studded event. And then for me, I didn't get to go. I love concerts. So now I'm like regretting not going. But it looked like everybody just had so much fun at the tour. She looked like she was having a blast. I love that for them.
Who were some of the people she brought out on this tour?
Okay, so we had Meg Thee Stallion. We had Missy Elliott.
Crazy.
Who else? I just feel like the list was long. Kehlani came out.
She had Meek Mill out there.
Meek Mill came out. Baby, the list goes on, which is insane for like your first tour. Like Cardi B's stardom is big. So for her to be able to go on her first tour and do it so big, not a lot of artists get to do that. And I feel like, you know, the timing just kind of worked out for her.
Yeah, Erika, as we know, Cardi B started on social media. Was like an Instagram sensation, and then she went to Love and Hip Hop, and now she has a $70 million tour that's grossing. Is that mind-boggling?
It's crazy. It's crazy, and I think people see her going to stardom, and they forget everything you just said. They're thinking, oh, it was just an overnight success.
Yes.
But it really wasn't. She put the work in. She started from the bottom, and now she's selling out shows, which is amazing. I love it for her.
Not only is she selling out shows, she's grossing $70 million. Now, Cardi hinted at extending the tour, Devyni. Where did this come from?
Okay, so on Instagram, Tyler Perry, of all people, expressed that he's still thinking about the tour, okay? He's reminiscing, watching his videos over and over, and he posted about it. And Cardi was like, well, if Tyler says he wants the drama, we might need to continue the drama. So the tour might be extended thanks to Tyler Perry. I might get to go.
Oh, okay. You actually might pop up on this one. I also would suggest, since Tyler wants the tour to continue, Tyler to put in some funds to get the tour continued and extended, because if anybody has it, Tyler Perry has that money, okay? Clock it. That's all I'm saying. All right, Devyni, 800 points. You are sitting at racking up an extra 400. You are doing your thing. Now, Erika, you are currently at 300 points, right? But you know in this next round, you can make a comeback. You can do your thing. Do you feel ready?
I feel good, yeah.
Okay, I feel good too. It is time to hop into our final round, which is our power round. And Erika has the opportunity to answer 5 questions worth 80 points each for a chance to win 400 points. If Erika answers correctly, she receives the points. But if Erika answers incorrectly, she does not receive any points for that question. All right, Erika, you've been doing your thing.
Thank you.
You've been doing your thing. That's all I got to say. You've been doing your thing. And not to get confused with Miss Thing over here, because she's doing her thing too. Now, you're always telling us everything that's going on around social media, in person. How do you keep up with all of this?
I be scrolling.
Okay.
I just be scrolling.
I got to ask, now that you said it, because I wasn't going to, but since you brought it up, what is your screen time looking like? You know how you, no. Let's continue this conversation. You know how, like, your iPhone loves to call you out, right? It's like, you put in this many hours. And when it does that, what is the number that pops up on your screen in this moment?
Okay, so funny thing.
Okay.
I haven't checked because I actually have a screen limit of an hour. Hold on.
Okay.
And it asks you the question, like, do you want to keep going? And I press it about 10 times a day.
Also, it's looking like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not on there for the full hour, I would say, but definitely I'm on it like multiple times. And I want to take it off but then I'm like, I don't know, maybe I can like limit myself.
But the limit, it just doesn't seem to be happening.
Exist,
Okay,
yeah.
We all got things to work on, okay? Add it to the list. All right, Erika, I want to ask, Drake, Adin Ross, DJ Akademiks are accused of what in a new lawsuit?
Promoting illegal gambling.
You are right. Something fishy is going on. What type of lawsuit was filed against Drake, Adin Ross, and Stake?
Civil RICO class action.
You are correct. How much in damages does the lawsuit seek?
$5 million.
That is insane, a lot of money. What was the alleged amount of a tip transfer between Ross and Drake in 2023?
$100,000, which is
Drop in a bucket to them, but a lot to us. So what was the value of the car Stake reportedly gifted to Adin Ross?
$220,000. Yes, $220,000.
Yeah, I was like, that's how Drake is gifting. Hey. Now I get it. Which Drake song was linked to an alleged 2024 stream spike?
No Face.
You are correct, my girl. Got all 4 of those questions correct, racking up an extra 400 points. I have questions, but first, before I get there, break down this lawsuit for us.
The boys are in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lawsuit going on. Basically, the boys, they're all streamers, DJ Akademiks. I mean, we know Drake's an artist, but he goes on streaming with Adin Ross all the time. And they basically were promoting stake.com, where they were saying, you know, do the gambling with us, do the same thing we're doing, and you're gonna win.
Yeah.
And so basically the people were putting their real money in, but Drake, Adin Ross, and DJ Akademiks, they were they were not losing any money. There was like something under the table where they weren't gonna get a hit anyway, but people that were actually putting their money in were gonna get, obviously, tanked.
Yeah. Instead of it was a scheme that Todd set up, it was a scheme that Drake, Adin Ross, and DJ Akademiks set up, because this is literally what a Ponzi scheme is. Now, is this lawsuit the first of its kind?
No, so that's super annoying as well. There's 3 different lawsuits actually ongoing. There's one in Missouri, I believe there's one in New Mexico, and there's one in Pennsylvania, I believe, as well.
Yeah, I would be 38 hot. Wouldn't you, Devyni, if you lost this much money to see Adin Ross getting gifted a $220,000 car and I'm putting in money and not winning anything? Wouldn't you be upset?
Girl, talk about upset, pissed. Because I'm over here thinking I'm doing what you doing.
Yeah.
And you're not even getting a hit. That's crazy.
You never had a fighting chance because it was all a Ponzi scheme. Now, it's this person who is filing the lawsuit. Is there any validity here in the lawsuit, or are they just bitter that they lost their money?
I think it's a half and half situation. Like, I think they are bitter that they lost their money, but I do think it's messed up that they're promoting this and saying like, hey, you can win as much as us. And in reality, they can't.
Yeah, it was never a chance for you to win that much at all. All right, guys, well, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Clock It. And what do you know? My girl, Devyni, is today's winner. She is the one leaving here with our Clock It chain. She did her thing today. I see you.
Thank you, ma'am.
It looks very cute on you. Erika, as always, it is a pleasure to have you join us. Devyni, anything you want to say to the people?
Yes, I did that. I had a great weekend. Now I got a great win. I love to see it. Y'all believe in yourself. You'll always achieve. I don't know.
Yeah, I know that's right. And to our viewers at home, we're back tomorrow, same time, 6:30. Catch us right here for another episode of Clock It. Good job.